because if you guys don't know, the best way to get big in ordinals is you just want to talk shit on other chains. That's the key. If you want to get big in ETH, you talk shit on Bitcoin. You want to get big in Bitcoin, talk shit on Solana.
Perfect strategy.
We all talk shit on Cardano. Everyone wins. It's a beautiful cycle here. We're almost there. I swear to God. We almost failed again here, okay?
Are we not live?
Well, I don't know. That's their job to tell me.
Not live.
So we can talk shit about everyone who's not.
We are now live? Oh, God. Okay, we're live now. Okay. Tell me when the
live.
mic. Okay, all right. Boom. Got stoned with a controversial banner. Okay, I'm going to tell you. Thank God we're on X right now. You can't get banned for that, okay? If this was one of these
They
liberal
tried to ban me.
platforms, we'd be.
They tried to ban me.
They really did?
Literally like 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're banning people.
It's bad.
Not
Okay.
safe anywhere. You need blockchain. I'm gonna shut up.
Jerry, we ready? Okay. Welcome to IRL Alpha. My name is Begamon. I'm your host. We're here to talk about all things NFT, Web3, ordinals, and I don't know anything else that comes up. If you guys don't know, this week's kind of a crazy week. Everyone is in Austin or in Lisbon. They all think they're better than us. They're at Consensus. They're at NFT in Lisbon. They're traveling around the world here. While they're doing that, we're doing important things, okay? We've been buying Jenner. We've been buying Mother, all right? We're focusing on building out this infrastructure and world. So even though they're having fun out there, we're here to get work done. So we're going to discuss everything that happened this week, where we think the future's going to go. We don't have to talk about Caitlyn Jenner the whole time, but we'll touch on it a little bit. We do have a diverse group of people here. However, it's not just about who's on the panel. We got people in the audience. We got microphones in the audience. I can see one next to Jen right now. If she doesn't have to pick it up, but if she did pick it, Lowe's, pick it up. Thank you. There you go.
Mic
First
right
two.
here.
There we go. Great. If you're in the audience right here in these first couple of rows, raise your hand. We'll get a mic. There's 2 more seats right there. If you got hot takes, get in those seats. It's a light week. This is when you get a shine. Make a take, and we'll start saying, hey, get on the couches, okay? If you don't know, those couches are reserved. You can't get on them unless you have a cute dog, hot take, or you know Rosenbaum personally. So with that, we do not have any other microphones, so just go on the live stream on either X or YouTube IRL Alpha, X IRL Alpha. You can chat there. Those chat messages will appear around us, so we can read them. That way you don't actually have to, get up and say your embarrassing take. You can say it and then pretend that wasn't you. You can change usernames a lot. I've got 30 names on X right now. All right, let's just dive into it. First and foremost, on the panel, back again, host of the Ordinals Are Dead show, pretty much deep into everything Bitcoin. He's first on BRC20s, first on Runes, first on Ordinals here. Every time someone's making money in Ordinals, BG's there like, oh, you guys don't know about that? I was already in it here. How you doing this week? What's going on?
Great. I'm happy to be here and looking forward to dunking on the ETH guys here. So let's have some fun.
There's no ETH guys. It's all Solana.
Solana guys,
okay,
I'm
there you
sorry.
go. Okay, Solana. Okay.
Let's have some fun.
I'm on
is
every
represented
chain.
right.
Oh, actually, you're right. Sorry. I thought they might have moved over to Solana with Wicked Craniums. Okay.
I didn't know we had Soulja Boy in the building, so I'm glad. First everything. Here we go. What's good?
I can't believe I forgot to mention Soulja Boy this week too in the list of people. Like, oh my
We
God,
got 'em all. We
it
got a
just
good
keeps
list.
on giving here. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, we put enemies. No, you're not enemies actually here, but we'll try and get a fight going today. Okay.
I'm cross-chain.
Cross chain, exactly.
Okay.
In the trenches, creative director. Causing some controversies, getting banned from X, but they're not going to keep you down. What's going on, Stone?
Not much. I've been in the trenches for real. So when Rosenbaum hit me about the DGen conversation, I was like, bet.
I was gonna say, wait. Which trenches were you in? These trenches, the Iggy trenches, okay? Because they were like, everyone's like, Iggy's in the trenches. Okay, that was.
I mean, Jaylene pumped too.
Yeah, she had a shitcoin too.
I faded. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, we'll dive into that. Okay.
There's a lot of action, but no action, if that makes sense.
Welcome to the space here. Okay, so speaking of the trenches here, you guys been around here. We've been doing the show for 2+ years, so we've seen a lot of projects come and go, and some they've come and then they've never gone. One did come, go, and has stayed and has now had some evolutions. Wicked Craniums. Caruso now has taken over Wicked Craniums as of how long ago?
Well, I've been working with the project pretty much since Mint, but I recently acquired it and brought it into our new company that we founded where we brought in the Cranium IP, and we're working on a whole separate live events platform that I'm really excited. Web2 front end, Web3 back end, making it sexy,
Beautiful.
Web3
Okay.
in the front, Web2 in the back. I like it.
It's just like a mullet.
Mullets are trending right now here. Okay, so let's dive in real quick. There's Wicked Craniums, the project here, and now I've got 2 separate things. We've got the outer company. We've got Black Chips.
Black Chip Inc. is
Black
the
Chip Inc., thank you.
overall umbrella that is covering Wicked Craniums, is building True Stub, which is turning the ticket stub into a time capsule that unlocks rewards for fans. And for anyone who doesn't know, we are throwing a crazy event in November.
Where
called
at?
It's
Vegas.
Las Vegas, baby.
Nice. Let's do it.
Vegas. Actually, are there any groups that you can announce that are going to be part of it?
Absolutely. So the Apes are coming. We announced Oni Force.
Okay.
You know, there may be some communities that are in this room or have been sponsored that I can't talk about yet. So
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
Alpha.
the beauty of what we're trying to do here at Bone Shake is we realized that, you know, my CMO is the former CMO of Insomniac and has put on hundreds of festivals since the 90s. And IRL, down to where we are today, cannot be faded. So much of the energy that we create here is, I mean, it's really what drives the space. So we figured, why not throw an event for the whole space rather than token gating it for a singular community? And music's in our bag, so it's about to be a fucking banger.
Totally. I love going. I've gone to like all the Ape Fest. I love getting there, and there's like a bunch of VCs, and then a bunch of guys outside like, I'm in the community, I want to go in. And it's like, hello, I work for Grayscale. And it's like, and they don't listen to the music at all. They don't have to wait in line for pizza like us, you know.
I mean, by all means, Ape Fest is definitely a golden standard for a Web3 event. You know, I'm beyond me being an ape. Like, I have a ton of respect for the way they executed especially the first two that were stateside. And I think that they're growing and expanding it beautifully. I just think that we need to have events here in the States.
No, totally. Yeah, which we'll dive a little deeper. Actually, I didn't go to the Hong Kong one, so I did live, but that's why I can still see today on this stage.
I
Okay.
can see.
Oh, you went? You went?
I seen
You can see? Okay, good. You had sunglasses on though, indoors though. Admit
Nah, no glasses. I was on front row.
it. Okay.
Is
No
the
hospital
mask
visit though at all?
None.
Okay, no.
Mask.
Okay.
Oh, from Avenged Sevenfold, he's been a holder since the OG days. I think he still holds like 100 Wicked Craniums.
Oh, I was just wondering if he had anything to do with the tickets and stuff, because in my head I'm like, that would make sense if Avenged Sevenfold was like, let's do this ticket.
Oh,
together.
yeah,
But
totally.
Nothing.
No. I mean, no. This has been a separate endeavor. They definitely have been very influential, especially in the early days. So much love for Avenged.
No, well, as our, you know, same early ape here. You were watching them actually buying and trading and collecting good ones, and they embraced the ethos early. So yeah, that was one of the first like Wicked Craniums celeb plays like you've ever seen where it's like it actually matches. It wasn't like, you know what I mean? Well, a Rich the Kid. I'm just joking. We'll get into that in a second here. Okay, before we dive in here, last but definitely not least, another person who's been in the trenches since day one. Also, you guys have been good friends because Josh has been involved in so many like also touring, merch, like that crazy music world. I feel like so many people start in music and then they're like, how do you change the world? The music industry's fucked, and you end up in crypto. Yep. It's a reoccurring theme here. So also runs nightly. It's 6 days a week. Or you're not 7, are you?
No, four.
Jeez, yeah, okay. It feels like 6. Okay.
Four nights a week.
DGen Social Club here, breaking down. I mean, pretty much everything in the space here. Also repping like Utes and D-Gods and all that. Show me what's going on. Also, why is this thing not working?
You know, with DGen Social Club, we're first and foremost kind of just a clothing brand. Our goal is to basically be a Web3 culture brand. We're dropping that next month. Been waiting for a minute to kind of get the right pieces together. But more importantly, because this is sort of Web3, we also want to take on media as well as tech. So with our kind of push with everything, it's amazing how many people I've been able to meet here at IRL Alpha. A lot of our team consists of basically either IRL Alpha people or our Utes and D-Gods community that we hang out with every night. We are expanding that out. I've been pretty much, I'll call it brainwashed, because whether you like ordinals and runes or not, like if you come here, you're going to buy something.
BG gets you in the corner and he says, "Do it, or you're getting beat up." And like,
Yeah,
I'll give you a
yeah.
swirly nerd, and I just do it, and like they go up, so I'm making money.
But I mean, and you got Boo Toshi too. I'll never forget Boo when Boo came in the back and he's like, "Cursed inscriptions, mid the cursed inscribe," and we're like, "What are you talking about, Boo?" And then now we know, right? So I think just getting a lot of information from everyone here. Having Venice as our playground and meeting so many amazing people through this space, like working with Chris and other people on video stuff. So we've got a lot of content coming out. We have a lot of ideas that we're going to be putting together, IRL stuff. But yeah, I'm excited. The spaces are going to be fun. The goal really is to just get a lot of different speakers in there that have great takes in the evenings. Leap really is like crushing it with his spaces. KB and Yala and everyone, they do well. And if you stay up long enough, Pingu is crushing it with his ATPs, but I definitely think there's room and space for like a good spot where we can kind of collectively bring everyone together and wrap up what's happened throughout the day.
Totally. Actually, we probably will have to dive a little bit of that in tonight, because like the space meta, it's so much different than maybe a year or 2 years ago. So we have a new celeb shitcoin meta happening. We've got Jenners, we got Rich the Kid, we got Iggy Azalea, we got Soulja Boy. The only difference is they're on spaces with 1,000+ people talking about shit, breaking stuff down, responding to things. I mean, the Iggy space the other day, I knew some people were like, actually, Iggy's really in the trenches. She's really great. Actually, I like her a lot. Me too. I think she's really in it for the culture. Okay, I swear to God. Okay.
I mean,
But like, it's a new world of like, they're actually, the celebs aren't just coming here and dumping. They're coming here, maybe dumping on us, but they do spaces, right?
well, I think that's what's dangerous
Horrible.
about Iggy is she's kind of built for it. She's very much a degen naturally, and it's just like from her posting and the way that she's approaching, it's like I'm not saying trust it by any means. I definitely faded it myself, but I get why Mother is standing out.
Okay, but also
What did
you're
you
gonna
just
talk
say?
about, first of all, 1,000 people in a space isn't even that fucking many, and also, is it any of her normal fans? No,
not.
it's all crypto fanboys that are literally just being played. So this isn't doing anything.
Wait, what do you mean being
Positive.
played? If someone's making money,
Well, yeah,
They're
people
not
are
getting
gonna
played.
make money. People are also gonna lose money. Whatever. Play that fucking game. But I said this earlier in Ordinals Are Dead, and it already happened. The SEC literally subtweeted all these shit coins, and they were like, celebrities, people might do pump and dumps with meme coins. So I don't know. I don't think we need validation from celebrities. I don't think it's good for the space, and I think we've given them too much attention.
Can they not just turn this into some sort of VIP situation for their next tour and get away with it? Like,
No.
yeah,
Absolutely.
1,000 Mother VIP
Well,
for Iggy. I like that.
Here's the thing, like, essentially, yes, probably no one is gonna do that, right? To be able to like accept Mother to buy, most people already have fan clubs and systems for that. If they wanted to accept Mother and the nuances that come with accepting a token that the value changes every day, right? Like, no one is gonna do that. It doesn't make sense.
Right behind you, got a mic. Yeah, there we go.
What do you guys want? What do you want in the space? Do you want adoption? Do you want people to know? Do you want people to get it? What do you guys want?
Products.
Product. Okay, so what does that mean?
What that means is actual use cases for the crypto to be used, where it's not like, oh, I'm playing with crypto. I'm just doing something cool that's either making me money or I'm having fun, and I happen to be using crypto on the back end without so I don't need to have a wallet. I don't need to know what's going on. I being like a normie, you can just use a product and have fun with it.
So they need education then. So there's a disconnect. The hip hop community is unstoppable. It transforms the world. Other countries adopt. So we can't be dismissive of music or the hip hop community. They don't have access to those that can educate them to really give them what they didn't know. They're surrounded by, I know this because I'm a music video director, and this is my world, right? And I didn't even want to speak. I didn't expect to speak. But if you guys want adoption, if you want to reach these people, you have to get to them and educate them and give them opportunities. Right now, they're being penetrated by their entourage who's seeing opportunities to rug pull them, unfortunately. But not all these artists, not all these people have bad intention at all. They have the improper people surrounding them, leading them the wrong way. So if you want adoption, you want to do this, you want to shit on them, that's cool. But they actually could help adoption if the right people lead them. And they don't have access to those people. I don't care how we string it.
No, I think
I'm actually just gonna say something here because I also come from the music industry. I've talked to half of artists, management teams, whatever. There are a lot of people, and yes, hip hop does change the world. Also, like, common marketing strategy to just do wild things, right? But I think that, one, they do have access to the right way. Most people don't care about the right way when there's a certain number that's being put in front of their face, and that is what it is. What I want from this space is freedom, and I think that's what everyone deserves. And I do a lot of education, so happy to connect with you. People don't care about education, right? They care about number go up. And I don't think that mass onboarding through number go up is the way, right? At the end of the day, like, what is this designed to do? Give you self-sovereignty, be permissionless, get money across the world in a secure way where you have, sovereignty over your own stuff. There are so many things that crypto does that in a meme coin you're not learning about. And I think everyone deserves that chance. So 1,000% education needs to be there. I think within freedom, right? Everyone that comes in can do whatever they want. But I think as a space, people see these things happen all the time, right? And they know they can make money off of it, so they participate in it. How many times did Ben.eth get money, right? It's the same thing over and over again because people will profit off of it.
Well, wait,
But
Ben.eth makes money multiple times because he provides entertainment multiple
Right,
times. It's
exactly.
not a like, hi guys, give me some money, and then he disappears. You get a week of insane entertainment every single time.
But
It's the
people
same thing as
complain
what
about
Iggy
it
and
and
Group are
say
doing.
it's not what the space needs, but at the same time, they know they're going to profit off it, so they participate in it. So you're doing it to yourself. Like, the problem isn't these people. The problem is the way that everyone in this space literally just like gets on their knees for every single celebrity that posts a token address and is like, this is the future. Because this isn't proper adoption. This isn't responsible adoption. It's not good for anyone. Like, that's not adoption to
Wait,
me.
so first of all, no, don't clap for Jen, okay? We're disgusting degens, okay? So right now, this is entertainment. That's what's going on right now. Coin prices are moving based off where attention goes. Attention is based off entertainment. No one is like, I pay attention over here. It's the most educational. No one cares about the most educational. People care about entertainment meets education. Iggy and crew, they are doing spaces, talking, fighting, creating narratives. Some people are saying this was designed ahead of time to be like Rich the Kid versus Iggy, and they set it up. That's what they do in rap music and the music industry too. Guess what? All rap beefs aren't exactly made based on the streets. It's based off of, yo, if you guys beef a little bit, we could really get record sales up for both of you. And then when you guys reunite, we can have a nice tour. And
Okay, I'm sorry, but anyone literally under the age of 26, that's how they live their lives. It's like, what interaction is going to get me engagement on the internet, right? Like, that is everything. So I feel like that doesn't matter, right? But I do think that we should think about where the space has been and what happens if we perpetuate this behavior, because like, I don't think it's entertaining. I think it's fucking boring.
Okay, okay, so Stone, you're in the trenches some, okay? You've watched different narratives. There's something going on to make money every single week if you want to. So some are more entertaining, some are less entertaining. At one point, the pre-sale meta, very entertaining, and all of a sudden it became very boring. It was like, I give money to people and then I watch it become half the money. This is like boring, and these are animals. Like,
it's like if you put your money in early and you make a bunch of bread, then it's not boring, you know? That's really what it is. Like, and
getting
like,
rich is very exciting. I agree.
I think also, you know, like right now, if you're not trading in a group chat, you're lost.
Let me in a group chat. They keep kicking me out.
No,
Frank just made.
I'm just sharing addresses.
Yeah, and like the whole thing though is like, even though it's PvP, you're still with your crew, and everyone's getting the information at the same time to where, say you're not sure and you're just looking at stuff. There's people, I call them pirates, where they're on their own, bro. They'll be on just pump.fun and they're like, there's a new coin that just got done. I'm not sure if it's Rich the Kid, but it's in there, you know, and people are just like, I put a soul into it. I put a soul into everything. And you're like, a soul into everything? It's like, I spent like 30 soul today, and you're like, what? One hit and I made 50 soul, and you're just like, you're wild. But in general,
you ever got a 1 to 50 soul hit? It feels good. I just want one more.
Here's the thing, though. The one thing that I think, like, we're not really paying attention to, and what anybody, if you are in these DMs of these influencers, what we need to teach them is airdrops, okay? Because Iggy just started burning coins. That's great. You're learning how to burn. I need you to give us the money. So my whole thing is this. If we can teach celebrities how to do airdrops, they don't need the money anyways. They don't care. Airdrop the coin, they'll be able to make more money, the coin will continue to go, and it will actually be a Ponzi. Because right now, we're just
the Ponzi
here.
will work,
Okay.
you idiot. Like,
I
we can
honestly
think
thought, I honestly
Everything
thought
he
Josh
says
was,
is
like, about to
sarcasm, and
drop,
this is
like,
not a serious show
talking
at
iron
FBI.
line, and then he's like, we just need to teach him airdrops. Like,
they're not getting out of
Ponzi,
here.
like, just pumponomics,
They're
please.
gonna love it. They're gonna love airdrops. Imagine.
But who's
Iggy.
gonna hold their airdrop, right? Like, I think burning probably is gonna do better than airdropping it to you.
Sahal is holding all our money right now.
Yeah,
We'll talk
Sahal.
about him in a second. But
Yeah,
he's
actually,
airdropped.
okay, yeah.
I mean, to kind of yank this back, because I think the education point is really, I mean, just obviously essential. I just think that with humanity, most people don't care. And like the reality is even if we are providing that education, the average person isn't going to be taking enough in, which is why I think we just need products that use crypto on the back end, and people are just having fun with it. And that's why I think I go to products rather than education, even though it starts with education.
So you see,
But-
like me,
But I think there's really only like 2,000 people in this space, and so I think that like you want to build a product. I've done that or tried that a lot, and I'm sure that there'll be a successful or multiple successful products out there. But with great successful products, you need a large sort of body of users, and that's just not here. Like the people that are here are ultimately speculating, right? Like that's ultimately what they want. I think obfuscating away whatever crypto does, and you have NFTs that are not really NFTs, and in the back end is really cool. And I think games have tried it. A number of other things will continue to try it. But I think at the end of the day, people want to see number go up in their account, and they're willing to do anything to do that. And I think last week that guy that burned himself to get on Solana, it's literally people are literally to do anything.
That's too dark
in order to get the money.
That's
if you didn't say it, Jen, it was dark. It was the
I agree, and that's why I think that I don't care about onboarding. I feel like that shit's just gonna happen. This is the future, But I feel like meme coins onboard people and drive them to get educated.
Because you make money off it, and you're like, oh, I want to.
Yeah.
No,
So
better,
it
better,
just
better than making money, and not even trying to cut you off. Today, for example, current events made you money, right? That is exactly like the stock market. When I used to day trade, all I would do is sit there and watch fucking 4 different channels being like, what's Fox saying? What's CNN saying? How can I trade against these narratives? Now, Trump, right? Boom. Denied.
Yeah.
Right? So
I'm
all of a
up on
sudden,
that, yeah.
free Trump hits, and the contract's addressed. And I go, oh, shit, I know about this. Okay, free Trump. There's 9 Trump coins.
Facts.
Which do I choose? But you still have dancing Trump, which we'll get into these narratives later. But all
We're
I'm
doing
saying,
deep TA on free Trump versus dancing Trump. We'll get down tonight.
No, so here's what I'm saying. Trump and Bowden and these things, this is political coins that if you're looking to get into something and you go, I don't know what to do, I'm going to start paying attention. You have debates coming. Anytime Joe Biden does something stupid, Bowden's going to rip. And this guy is going to do a lot of things stupid between now and the next couple months, right? And even better, here's the best part. Say you never watch debates. All of a sudden, you're like, I need the meme coin. If Trump makes a good insult, you know it's going into a meme coin. Say he calls someone like a Studebaker, right? Like, yeah, Studebaker. It's a dumb word. It's probably going to be a coin. It's probably going to come to 2 mil. You can get in early. So all I'm saying is
spell that for me?
Yeah, Studebaker. Let's go, Studebaker.
I'm just throwing things out to where it's like these are narratives that if you really want to be like, oh, I degen, you got to think like a degen. This is what we're thinking. Pride is in a couple days, okay? Pride coins started hitting last week. I hate them because they're a little wild. But if you want to get in, I guarantee you some of these Pride coins this next month are going to pump, and they're going to be milady-like. I'll just call it that.
Yes, but also it's crypto, so the Pride coin is only going so high, right? There's a lot of people that are scared of that. So know your audience. That said, I do think history books in the future are going to be meme coin charts. I do think this is a reflection of society.
And I think the reason for that is I think that it's already an amazing feat that I think crypto has reached the level it has of speculation. The fact that you have trillions of dollars that have been speculated over retarded coins, however much you like it.
We say retardio. You can't get canceled if you had the EO to it.
It is a feat in itself, right? This space has achieved something, and that is probably one of the best casinos in the fucking world. That is I think a feat. Right, and I don't know where it goes from there. I think that's what the product market fit has achieved so far. But hopefully it goes into products. I'm not sure.
Well, no,
I think it's just more so freedom that I'm here for.
I know. I love that you ended with that because, tying to what you were saying before, I think really the way that it expands on beyond the 14,000, however many fucking wallets we have in this space is thinking of crypto as the equivalent of cloud services. It's not you don't know it. Maybe you know because you're how cloud services work. I don't know, but I know that I can use it when I need to get some shit done. That's how crypto has to be, and that's what I mean, products that are being powered with it on the back end. And that's how it expands on beyond the 2,000 people because they're not actually there for crypto. They're there for whatever product they want to use.
Jeff, before you say anything, I was going to say I did my job right. He said, you probably know how. I've presented myself enough for someone that you probably know how cloud services work. I do, okay? And it's not a good thing to know, okay? It's very nerdy. It makes you no money, okay?
So I have a question though, right? Like coming from music, right? The first time I was ever introduced to blockchain was Audius. And they were like, you would love this. You could take all the music that's been taken off SoundCloud and like it won't ever get taken down because it's on the blockchain, right? And I like Google blockchain. I'm like, this makes no sense. My lawyers are never going to say yes to this. The labels are never going to say yes to this. And like, that was such a disservice, right? Because then when I found out what the blockchain actually did months later, and maybe people find out at the time they need it, right? Like I'm a believer in that. I don't think we need the masses. But when you have it so hidden that people don't even understand why it's doing what it's doing, like how are people going to trust in your product?
Because it works.
But
I
like
guess I'd
when
go
you
a
say
different
something
way,
that has
Jen.
never worked traditionally will all of a sudden work magically, right? Like how do you get people
No,
to
but
trust that?
Jen, like right now,
And why would you want that?
look at what we have right now. TikTok serves you different comments based off who you are, and we just go, these are the top comments. No, they're not. They're the top comments to make you keep reading that singular
But
TikTok right there.
we
No one
know-
cares about trusting it. No one cares. The Zoomer, the little kid, they don't care.
But here's the
Swipe,
thing.
swipe, swipe. I'm happy.
We
Good
all
content.
talk shit about all these platforms. Half of people are excited that TikTok's getting banned, even though they don't even understand how detrimental that is for free speech, right? I think we can all acknowledge that, like, Facebook has done bad things for the entire world by taking all of our data and just being like, oh yeah, log in with your Facebook to everything. Oh, now we know everything about you and we're manipulating you, right? Like that's not a good thing. We were not informed and thus we have suffered. So
I
if
think
we're
it
doing
also,
it differently
though-
in Web3,
I think though Facebook also I think transformed millions of businesses I think around the world. I think yes, it absolutely hurt a number of people and is still hurting a number of people today. But both Facebook, Instagram, and all of their properties have connected I think millions of people in the world in a really positive way. Like I think that when you think about how you want to start your business now as a Gen Z, millennial, younger or older, like social media is a huge part of that.
Look, I've made
whether
a-
it's been done right or not.
like all of our careers have probably happened through social media, right? In some way or another. And for sure, it connects people in a different way. Also, it has gotten increasingly worse, right? Like engineers were incentivized to keep you on for 1 second longer, right? And to crazy degrees. So we are now like, and it's chicken or egg, right? Like, are we training algorithms or are they training us? It's a little bit of both. So for sure, there's a part of human nature. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that if I could go back in time, I would have done differently on the internet to protect my privacy, right? And so I think that there's things when you're talking about a blockchain that is forever if you're a legit blockchain, unless you're Solana and you can just turn it off, right? But like if you're putting information on chain forever that is feasibly going to be connected to you, I think you deserve to be informed.
But Jen, no one's thinking about like their long-term consequences of what they put on the internet because the internet is
You're
part
saying
of
that
what
as
you're doing.
you? Like,
no,
we're all
a kid,
sitting
young,
here-
every kid is just they plug into the algorithm. They just give shit everything away. They're not being like, I got to worry about my privacy right away here. You know what I mean?
No, but you're sitting here in a really privileged spot. All of us are. We're here. We're free. We can say what we want. I know I've been in spaces where like, I've been deplatformed 1,000 times. I've also lost like financial access, right? And I think you think about like people that are literally bankless, right? Like once again, the reason why all this exists and also there is like censorship via algorithms in financial institutions. There are so many people that actually need crypto for what crypto does.
Yes, what I'm saying, but Jen, we're talking about this people, kids, children. They're all are bankless because they don't have bank accounts yet. They're kids and they don't think about this. People, if you are coming from not having internet, getting internet, it's different than the internet being always part of your life. Kids talk to Alexa. They don't have the idea of. There's always someone called Alexa who answers your questions. It's not a like this new thing
and
came
they're
out.
A girl that lives in the South and then they need to get an abortion and Alexa can prove it because it has all of their fucking life details. So I do think there are
Okay,
demographics
you went
that
to abortion, Jen? Come on, now. You
you
can't
know,
do that.
I'm
okay?
just saying, like, there are legitimate reasons that people should be thinking about this and probably aren't thinking about it when they're a kid, and that's not a positive thing.
Sure. We got two. Caruso and then.
No, I think that's a really good point, and it kind of brings us back to the education. And I hope it's made clear that like we are absolutely
Anti-education.
Yeah,
oh, sorry.
fuck
Oh, sorry.
crypto,
I
fuck education.
Oh, sorry.
No, thank you.
Thought we were aligned.
But I think it boils down to that, like, as much as my former point of, like, as much as you can try to educate, the average person doesn't care about the tech. They just care about what the product is. So like, I kind of equate it to like the equivalent of, we were building on Firebase for a long time and we just switched to Supabase, because, you know, it's like the equivalent of that kind of switch. If I told that to a user, like, hey, they don't care, you know?
Amazon Firebase?
Yeah. So,
Sorry,
like,
thank you.
So like that's what I mean by it's like, and by all means, it's you're not hiding that it's crypto. It's just they don't need to know. It's not like hey, this is crypto. You need to download a wallet. You know, it's everything's there for them.
No, I appreciate it, guys. JP Isham here, Cyber Alchemist. The things that you're talking about, and I'm going to go against everybody here, maybe even in the room on the DGen side. Fuck go up on the price. When have you ever bought a piece of music or a fucking music piece or a film on Amazon and thought, oh shit, the price of my movie went down? Not one fucking time in your catalog.
Oh, okay.
As long as you could, no, let me finish.
Issues.
As
Corn
long
issues.
as,
Okay,
as long
they
as you
came out
could
with
play,
like 9 different ones. Go ahead.
as long as you could play the music or the film. But as people in this room who are about Web3 and provenance and being advocates for agency, how many times have you bought a piece of music and thought, oh shit, why do I have to buy Beastie Boys again on, I'm old, vinyl, cassette, CD?
Well, no, back in the day, you would buy it because, and I do, this is exactly my culture. You would buy it because this is the Belgian single and there's one extra track on it. Here's the European version. Here's the extended version from France that has another 3 songs. You would get extra shit or something, and it was collectible. We do come from a collectible world. And like collecting is part of what we do here. Like we collect things for, like no one got in the NFTs. It was like, I just want to own efficient assets. Like there's more efficient ways of doing everything. It's about like.
Totally fair. And so when we get the Winamp of music or film, and we can drop that in there, but you can also get a black chip wristband where it's one of the faves, and now you've got a turn-on extra where you get backstage. You'll still get to play the concert.
Yeah.
You'll still get to do it, but then they're going to be the extras for the collectors. Those are the things that become really exciting. I don't know. Products is really the way it is, and if it's ubiquitous, I don't need 2,000 fucking wallets. I need 20 million people in the world.
Well,
there is a
thing right now where like it's so often you see a product, everyone's like, I don't need that. Like, dude, actually one is like AirPods. Everyone's like, it's stupid. Wireless headphones, seen them before. Every person I know who got them for the first like couple years, like, damn it, okay, they're pretty good. I'm using these a lot. Fuck, I just lost them buying my 3rd pair. And you're like, they got them. It was just good product. It wasn't like you're fancy if you have them. It was like, okay, fuck, cords are annoying, right? You can get people from that here. The problem in crypto so often is every time you add crypto to it, you make everything harder. You are delaying the time of a transaction. You are slowing something down. You're putting some educational barrier in there. So it's like, why are you putting a barrier in there if your goal is just making a good product, right? Like a crypto, the products that need crypto directly is actually very small, and it's all about privacy or decentralization or some like beautiful libertarian ideal in general, ticketing. We looked at blockchain on ticketing personally in 2018. We were like, okay, what do we do? Is it good? May you own it for life. We break it down to saying it's good if you want to say, I went to Woodstock, the first Woodstock, and I'll prove it for life, and here's a ticket from it. Fuck yeah. Now, most concerts aren't Woodstock. Like, very few are Woodstock, so no one fucking cares if you want to save something forever and pay a bunch of money on it. But however, I want to tell people that I actually was at.
Well, I would say there's always going to be those Woodstocks, but simultaneously, like, I would counter that while no one in this room is going to care about all the shows that you went to, you do, because all those shows kind of represent who you are.
Then you need a microphone no matter what, but finish too.
I mean, that was the core. It's just like, okay. I think that that all those shows, even if they aren't Woodstock, are still very important, if not quote unquote priceless to you as an individual, regardless of their collectible value.
So what I'm hearing in here is 2 different conversations. One is about networking, and one is about community. And one of the things that's happened since social media has taken over with the internet and different social media platforms is that these 2 terms have been convoluted together when they're two separate things. So when you think about a community, these are people who actually know each other, live together, families, but when you talk about a network, all right, these are businesses. These are people trying to do things, make money, create things happen. So when the community, a lot of times things stay stagnant for a long time. Where I live here in Venice, this Venice community, Oakwood community, all right? Things don't change very fast and often. But when you talk about networks, all right, we're talking about networks because we're talking about internet. We're talking about computers. We're talking about, technology. So in order for this to maneuver, to make work, to happen, you need networks. All right, this is why television networks, radio networks existed, because they knew that down to the bottom is not a community. These are people that they're looking to tap for money, tap for this, tap for that. So when we're looking at this degen space that we're in right now, all right, yes, we have a lot of cool and fun with it, but let's break it down. These are networks that we're dealing with, and this is why people fall off, because they feel that they're a part of a community. But when that community is not a community, it's about making money, they start to feel a little chipped off the shoulder because they don't realize it's a network.
Great point, actually. And it's so funny because if you think about any person who comes in this space and says, I'm going to make money trading coins without knowing anyone, you're making no money. Like, you literally, like, okay, cool, you're alone. Like, I'm going to use my brain. I'm going to do TA. Like, no, you have to have a network from it. If you start thinking about a bunch of the utility we provide, which is like, we got to go to a private event with people. The whole point of the private event is not like it's private. It's who's in the private event. It's, oh, I'm meeting, a CEO of here, a VC, someone who does this thing. You're meeting others. So
I think you could argue that nothing on social media is social anymore, right? Like, there is monetization on every single level of it, and once you introduce that, it's incentivized by money. So I don't think it's marketing media. Yeah, network media.
Well, so even there, so like Bone Chicken Fest, you're putting on an actual festival. How many people can go? 3,000. That's not like infinite, right? It's not, Burning Man, 75,000. That's a lot of people there, brother. Right? So 3,000.
It's all of Web3.
All of Web. You could fit all of Web3.
Sadly, yeah.
The whole space.
Yeah.
Well,
reality
and
is
not all of Web3 can come because there's going to be at least 1,000 girls.
Sure.
So, like,
Promises.
sure.
I've heard that
Trust me.
before.
Come
I
on,
know
Lube,
this
help us
guy.
out here. We're working on it, okay? All right.
We are pre Web3 friends, so just faith.
Yeah. So I'm saying, but with that though, how do you make sure, like 3,000 is a pretty good number where that's big, it's a big enough event, but it's not like, it's not an intimate, like every person will meet every person. How do you make sure the network is good? Like, how do you make sure, like, who are the bands you curate or the brands you curate to make sure that if you go to the thing, you're going to meet someone that's,
Well, I mean, there's a few different angles that I could jump into there. So, but like in talking about the lineup, it's really interesting trying to thread the needle for DGen and music culture, trying to find that balance. Can't get into the line.
Yeah, so spotty Wi-Fi, and then he'll do a spotty Wi-Fi DJ set, and then maybe, okay, sorry.
And the Wi-Fi coin.
Yeah, Wi-Fi coin, geez, he got a show. Okay,
Dangerous.
No
No
financial advice.
No, not spotty. No, but I think where it gets into, oh man, dial me in 1 sec. Wrap me back one more time with the question.
How do you choose who are these people like actually like that you want music wise to get the right curated group? Because you could say like Ape Fest said we got Eminem, Snoop Dogg, I can't remember who else that one, but like they went for the biggest acts ever to like bring normies in. The next one in Miami, they said we got Pink Panthers before she blew up. We got some people who are a little bit more underground. We're trying to actually put you on artists. And like it's a totally different vibe of saying come see Eminem versus like come see some cool acts you might not know but they'll blow up later, and then you're the one who was like, yo, I saw her. With
Well, no, and so it really and I'm kind of forgetting the point, which is why I asked you to wrap me back again. I still didn't get it, but to roll with this for a second. No, this is on me. I apologize. But I think it starts with down to the artist lineup, like because you got to make sure that you hit something where it pops enough that everyone's like sees that and they go, okay, I want to be there. But simultaneously, I think what's really important when you're throwing an event for DGens is as much as people want a rager, they also want to be able to talk. And like as soon as there's loud music, everyone gets pissed. And like, so for example, I can't say who the presenting partner is yet, but what I can say is there is a blank sanctum within Bone Shake. And that's going to be the designated bar and lounge for networking and that important conversation that you don't want to have over the music. So like those are the kind of ways that we address that.
Love that. I will say, where was it? NFC NYC. I was at a Bodo event. I'm like, Bodo, we're talking deep AI. I'm trying to talk technical AI stuff, and it's just do. And I was like, it's a cool model. It gets around. I'm like, it was insane because everyone was doing that. It was all nerds. No one's dancing. 0 people were dancing.
Right.
And it was just yelling like, the model's really great.
This is the thing. One, like in Denver, I literally was like, the one thing I planned was decibel level of speakers in every room. So it was like one where you could really talk, one where like if it was awkward, you walk away. But like I've done enough events in Web 2 and Web 3 where like people in Web 3 do not party as hard. So stop trying to turn it into something it's not. But something I think that you touched on before, and I kind of want to throw it back to you. Like you were talking about music fans wanting to prove that there are places. And I think that's the biggest thing, right? People are like, I saw, Skrillex when he was in first to last, right? Like they want to say that they were at every single thing. Oh, you mean Sonny? Okay, yeah, sure. Anyway, music memes, right? But like I've done
Sonny makes
so
electronic
many concerts,
music?
and no one time ever, okay? Like over 300 shows for 10 years. And one time one person ever asked for a refund from a ticket, right? It's like I had my experience and I paid for that and I'm grateful. And yeah, I think like that culture is something both of you hit on, and like that is natural for humans. So it's like, how do we merge those worlds without, teaching them the bad habits of degens?
So this is where True Step comes in. So this is where
What a nice natural show. We
that
didn't even
was
set Jen up for that, but
This is
okay.
my good friend Jen right here.
Yeah,
if
you guys
didn't
do know each other before. A little sketchy, but
So that's where it's really interesting because it's like you don't want to shove blockchain in places where it shouldn't be, and that's where it's so much of what we do in Web3 because we're just fucking excited about it. But being able to put the provenance of your show history on the chain so you can genuinely prove that you were there is a really exciting use case. And that was kind of one of the genesis thoughts that we really wrapped around with TrueStub. What gets exciting there is how you're able to take it a step further with blockchain and with all the burgeoning tech that we have. So from there, it's actually you turn it into a time capsule where not only can you get content from the event like the audio from the board or like the show poster for you to have, but you can put your own content in there. So like, everyone's always filming the show like this or,
24 hours to like approve it the next morning.
Well, yeah. Well, you can put your own content.
yeah,
in
I
there.
don't want to be on that content.
Like if I do it during the show versus the next morning, I think there needs to be a grace period. Maybe do this on Solana.
No, that's very smart. And no, you can upload it at any time. It's basically, it's like it's its own ledger, no pun intended. With on the back, that's keeping track of your experience, and to the extent that you can share it with other people who are at the show, even comment on other people's, and make those social connections.
Can I go retroactive? Can you get like the past,
That's
my
definitely
history when Live Nation is no longer?
I would love to do that. That's definitely in the plans, not in V1, but hell yes. And then, to take it a step further, and then thank you for letting me cook on this for a second. Sorry. What I get.
Jen set you up. You did good.
T-ball,
Okay.
But
But
really,
I think this is an important conversation. I wouldn't have done it.
Thank you. And really, I think what's really exciting about it too is how we're able to gamify fandom and loyalty, and this down to how many shows you've been to, what you're talking about on socials within the society, which is the token gated server that your TrueStep gets you into. Totally. All these things, the merch that you're buying, all these things accumulate towards your prestige as a fan.
Totally.
And that's where it gets crazy because you can't just say you're the #1 fan. You can actually see it. You can actually compete for it. And meanwhile, a ton of data is being created on the back end for these artists, for these brands, and artists are data gated and paywalled and don't have access to the data that they are creating. And that's one of the major ethos of what we're doing here at TrueStep, coming from the artist perspective of putting that control back in the power of the creators.
So you give me PTSD because I did work in ticketing for 3 years of my life where that was my only focus. And you can do so much stuff where you say, think about Foursquare back in the day when you said, I'm the king of this bar. I went the most. You go see Fish at the forum. You're like, I'm #1. I can prove it. And then people on the app go, oh my God, there he is. Yep. He's actually seen here the most. Every time there's a bunch of bands where when you see him, it's like, how many times you seen him? It's like, yeah, 10 times. Pretty cool. You can obviously tell. There's my wristbands. That's already happens naturally. It's just how do you prove it outside of, I don't know, people
how do you prove it while just showing your phone so you don't have to lug that shit around? And like that's what the
Well,
blockchain-
also
that's,
prove it without having like show something. It could show on your phone when you're like, yo, what's up? Let's connect. Oh shit, 10 shows. Cool. Want to be friends? Oh, you're a real dude. It's not like we connected and I know you went to one show. I'm like, poser. Okay.
I
Like,
mean, we're even thinking about like almost a Tinder match where it's like you've gone. This is down the line. Don't get me started. But like, hey, you've gone to all these shows. You
Jen,
know?
come on. We're lonely.
we were
These DJs
flowing.
are lonely.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: is that like at concerts, people actually get laid. Okay, I'm bringing you guys all.
Really?
Not us.
Sorry, keep going.
I know that's because we're like this. We're 10 years behind of like music culture, but it's fine. My goal this cycle is to get all of you guys consensually laid. But no swiping for just no.
I mean, why not?
What about swiping? Goes, he's been to
For the
every
record.
single Ape Fest
That
ever.
is-
And a girl would
I
go,
feel like then it's a really
oh.
slippery slope into like a social credit score based off of like where you've been when maybe you're literally the biggest fan, but you could only afford to go to one concert, right? Like, I don't think verification and like qualification is everything. I don't know.
Well, no, there's.
that's a really good point. Sorry, you wanna?
Well, no, God, I used to think of us all day, every day. We can do deeper than this. We can say you go to a concert, and every time someone like tap our phones and say what your interaction is, and you do an anonymous say oh, they were good vibes, and all of a sudden 10 people tapped your phone and said they were good vibes, and everyone knows. Good vibes, right? Caruso, great vibes. And then when someone else taps him, people are going to go, something special happens where it's like, dude, get him into VIP. He's good vibes. We know that based off of the other people live decentrally saying that he's a cool person. There are ways of, crowdsourcing and
That verification. But I think what you're getting at is actually a really important point because there's way more to fandom than just how much money did I spend. Like how much you care. The efforts that you put in for these brands, for these artists is like people go crazy and not just with their money. So that's a really important aspect that we've been trying to address with the platform. So we're working with this professor, this USC professor, something called social value. And basically it's, I could get deep into the weeds on the algorithmic side of it, but it's analyzing how you interact within your community and out on socials simultaneously, which helps affect your prestige score as well. It's not just, oh, I've bought this.
So Trick said artists don't care about token gating. I think that's true. AGZ said Began. That sounds incredibly dystopian. I don't want to contract social credit score. It's like you sucked at the show. No one wants you at the show the next. Yeah, that is a little rough right now. Armin says I want a White Claw. I mean, it is tough because ticketing right now. If you've been in the industry, it's owned by Ticketmaster. It really is. There's this concept of like small ticketing shows, mid ticketing shows, and big ones. The big ones, it's all Ticketmaster. They own even into the mid. We can talk about like ways of making it better, but it's like we have to do stuff that is not focusing on Taylor Swift concerts in my mind. It's got to be like something small, something cool, something new, not like we're going to take over Taylor Swift and destroy what Ticketmaster did with their light up friendship bracelets.
I mean, and I think that's how you start with any business. Most of the time, you want to start with a niche, really crush that, and be able to expand it. And like our angle is actually, I'm really excited. We're going to be going to market with independent festival promoters. So like, and basically, you could think of we have two separate revenue models, but TrueStub Prime, and it's a simple way to put it is like we're white labeling Rolling Loud's Loud Punks.
Okay, nice, nice.
With festival promoters. So then there's some really cool stuff like what JP's done with Gala and Snoop. I could get into really some great use cases there. But it's it's pretty exciting in terms of like the spread that we're able to do there. And I fucking love IRL Alpha. There's some legends and major chads up here. Thank you for letting me talk about TrueStub, but by all means, and shouts to Jen.
Can I throw another question at you?
Yeah, let's hear it. Yeah.
So I think like the meme coin debate, and like especially the celebrity meme coin debate, has kind of brought up the conversation of like the two sides of crypto, right? It's like the true product builders who just want to they want to onboard people because the product is so fucking awesome. It's 10x better than the competition, and it's like an obvious like, okay, I'm going to use this. Doesn't matter if it's crypto. It doesn't matter what it is. And then the other side is like, I just want to make money, and I just want everybody to do whatever the fuck they want. And if Iggy wants to drop a coin, also Beacon, you got a lot of Iggy's ass on your For You page. So
not that much. No, don't worry about it. I'm just okay. All right, I don't know.
See, but I think Loop though, like
oh God, I'm trying to get out of there. Okay.
It's so distracting.
Loop, I think here's the thing though, that like it's like all of these products that are being built are to do one thing ultimately. It's to speculate on the meme coins, right? So like it's all just
Which
onboarding,
products?
all of them, right? From the centralized exchange to the decentralized exchange, from the bridges to the pools to the like. I don't know. Even I guess what he's building. I don't think is maybe like focused on the speculation side, but like all of these products
That's good.
are just for speculation, right? So it's like it's really not two things. It's really just one, just sort of siloed into what people I think mostly are here for, which is to speculate on the next thing. Like they really don't. This isn't fucking product hunt. You know what I mean? Began. It's like they just want to know the next ticker that's 100x, right?
But it's like I think everybody in crypto is a little bit of both sides. Like you do, and like okay, if you look at comparable industries, like if you look at AI, like AI wasn't shit. They had their bull markets and bear markets, for 15 years until GPT-3 came out, and then boom, 100 million users, and boom, AI is like one of the biggest industries in the entire world. So like, yeah, I don't think I see a future like that for crypto. But if you look at ticketing, like ticketing is not speculation. There's a lot of products like that are made for
there's plenty
crypto.
of speculation though in ticketing. Like I think one of the largest parts of ticketing is the secondary market, which like I was a huge part of in college. Like that was all I did was try and buy tickets on Ticketmaster and sell them on
You're
StubHub.
one of those scammers.
It's not
Totally.
the main. It's not the main use case. Like most users are not using like tickets to make money. They just want to go to the concert.
It's
That
not.
is,
It's
like-
not a main
They
use
wanna
case,
be
but
the-
like that's what
Legitimately
everything
not
has
true.
become now. It's just Ticketmaster is just botted to fuck, right? Because people are just going to.
Well,
to StubHub.
Ticketmaster sells
And
the
now
bots
they-
to the botters.
And because they also control the secondary marketplace,
Right.
right? Like they're basically Magic Eden just off chain. Like when you listen to fucking Swifties, which is honestly the worst thing ever, fuck Swifties, but you listen to them talk about like their experience buying tickets, and it's like, oh, you guys are ready for NFTs. Like you understand.
Oh,
this
they're
shit.
so
They're
ready.
talking just like us.
Oh my God.
So I don't like. I think that's so far from the point, right? I don't think all of this is for speculation. I think there's a lot of reasons, and I think that's a good thing. But I do think we owe it to the future to do better than like the technology that we were raised upon. Like just because we're not thinking about things doesn't mean that we shouldn't be. But oftentimes the most important information is not easily accessible.
Well, we're all debating about this big thing of like ticketing so much, the people who own it, it's the biggest stadiums, the biggest shows ever. It all trickles down from there. There's no money in we're selling 50 tickets at the local bar. There's no money. There's no startups. There's no nothing. So you have to control the big market, which is like a bummer. However, this world is not made for that. This is not stadium tech right now. This is cool tech, cool, like smaller, independent venues. How do you make it where I saw Nirvana before they were the, biggest band in the entire world? I saw Blank before they were huge. That's what we're here to do. Don't go after the huge giant thing.
Support artists. Buy their art when they're a little artist before they created the puppets,
Yes.
right? Like
So-
that's literally, you have the opportunity to do that here.
Tony, a puppeteer shill? Was that what that was? Actually, so wait, there is a piece, there is one. No, I'm joking. Jen shilled anything here, okay? I'll force her to shell here. So there is one other piece of tech I do want to talk about because it does relate to what we're talking about. Everyone's like, utility, this, that, what do we do? Well, guess what? Goblin Town team, Truth and Crew, Alexander said, okay, fine. Everyone talks about utility, all of its bullshit. What do you guys care about? Memes. Fine. Here's a simple thing. It's meme folders. You can gamify them, keep your memes organized, go into them. I am a person who has a folder of Pepe's that I've had for over a decade. I have folders of many things. My meme folders, they're too deep, too unorganized. They're dark and
Illustrious.
Yeah, it's a lot of work though. I spend a lot of time going through memes, so I get this need. They've said, hey, we can make you some money from it. We can if you got good memes, you organize them for us. People will get you paid here. This is a piece of, I guess you could call a utility that we all need. Do we agree that every project needs memes? Like BG, you need memes.
Always. I
So-
like Pepe too.
So this is it. We found a utility finally.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, cool. We did
So
it.
they have 7,000 folders.
Yep, I saw.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was in their space earlier today listening and everything. It sounds like they don't know what they're doing, but it sounds like a good concept. You know what I mean? Like they're just kind of like, all right, Bring us your stuff, guys. We made this thing. And
This
Wait, is this a
space-
topic? I thought this was a shit. Like
No,
a,
this is not. This is
This
a
thought this was a
entire
show.
space is so ADHD that I feel like organizing memes is
click
like
on
gotta be.
click on the actual
I
website.
feel like everyone organizes their own already, like I do. I
Yeah.
for sure have my
No,
own.
no, stop. Where do you go for your Pepes every week? You have your own Pepes right now?
4chan.
You know,
4chan.
you're
No,
gonna-
you don't. You
you're
don't
gonna
go
laugh.
directly to 4chan. You have to have a folder.
Okay.
No,
Slime
just 4chan
is-
business
Slime is where I get most of my
Oh,
Pepe
really?
low key. He's not here tonight, but like Slime is the one. If you guys follow Slime, he will give you daily Pepe, and it is crushing always. Like you'll look at it and you'll be like, I could have used that last week for something. Like Slime's best.
What I'm saying,
Low-key
he-
Pinterest.
No, no. Well, if you
I
don't,
know that's lame, but Pinterest.
Jen, their whole pitch was that we're Pinterest for memes. If you didn't know, that's like on, like literally on Spaces.
I already have
saying
Pinterest
that.
for everything. Why do I need Pinterest for memes only?
Well,
I
the
already got
problem
my
is that I'm on
boards.
Pinterest and they
We're
keep
so
telling me
smart.
about how to plan my wedding, and I'm like, I'm not getting married.
Well,
Please
make
stop
your
making
algorithm
me.
better. Mine doesn't show that shit.
Does yours just show Pepe's then?
Mine is literally like memes, rave flyers, and then like when I go on like weird recipe rabbit holes, there's some of that mixed in.
What kind of weird recipes?
We'll talk. We'll have a bake off.
All right. Well, I guess for me, it's like this is something that we all talk about. What is utility outside of just your own project? We all use memes for every project. So if this is something that is actually useful, and you say, hey, guess what? I'm an OMB. I'm a Mad Lads. I'm a Bored Ape. I'm a Milady. This helps me get memes out quicker. Then cool. You are winning. This is utility. It's not utility you're forcing on people. Meme organization is a thing. If you say your memes are organized, great. You're the best. Most people are not. Keeping a folder of like over 1,000 Pepes, it's hard work.
What
Okay.
what if I'm a rune pup? Can we talk about the pups? What's going on with the pups? 'Cause
We got
runes-
BG right here to tell you everything about them.
All I'm saying is runes are up. Pups are doing their thing, but runes are up. My decentralized, I haven't touched it, but it's doing its thing. I'm just letting it dance. But I'm also a pup holder. I love my pups. People are talking pups, and why? What better person to talk pups?
BG, why are pups not doing what we want?
The runes? You mean the runes, or you mean the ordinals?
The runes.
I think we talked about it on the show earlier. I think it's a migration problem. I think that like I guess pups in particular is like spread out across 3 or 4 different things, right? You got BRC20, runes, you got the rune pups, and then you also have the Solana pups as well. And it's just too much, I think, right now in comparison to like dog, which is just one thing, which is RSIC, which is just one thing.
Why do you shake your head at dog?
I just
It's the biggest meme coin of all.
It faded.
No, it's not even that I faded dog. It's just I
Don't lose
I
to the
wish it was
dog.
better. I wish it was better.
No.
You will not lose to the dog.
But isn't that what's funny about it, right? Is that it's like so like this shouldn't be a meme.
You guys
but
can
it
cope.
is.
You guys can cope. But all I'm saying is like when people come in and they're like, runes, all right, so what do you got for me? And they're like, dog to the moon? That
I don't.
really?
But
It's
that's not
a
what
dog
the,
coin.
I mean, here's
But
all-
show me. That's not what that's for. Really, I honestly, I only saw this more recently. It's like there was an article, and it was just like dog token on Bitcoin, and like that's all people need to see. And like when you go to Coinbase, it's like, oh, this is on Bitcoin, and it's a dog token.
It just
Like,
feels. I'll be honest. Dog out of everything feels forced.
yeah.
I think that's like the joke of it. It's so
Yeah.
forced that everyone's like, it won't work. It's so forced. God damn it, it's working. Because it's so forced. It's like, it's.
Yeah, like for low key, like it feels like trying to feed your kid broccoli. You know, if you have children and you're trying to get them to eat broccoli, that's trying to buy dog from someone that doesn't get Bitcoin. They're just like, all right, can I get up out if I do this? Like, I don't know. It's not there yet. It's
Well,
not
dog, it feels like, oh God, the Pepe of runes. You know what I mean? It's just, they don't, it's not, well, Pepe, even like, you're like, oh, Pepe meme. You're like, they didn't make up Pepe. They're not making good Pepe memes. They're like, yeah, Pepe. Yeah. We're Pepe. It's same with dog. You're like, it's a dog meme. Like, what's the meme? Dog. And you're like, that's not a meme. Like, which Pepe are you? We're Pepe. Which dog meme are you? Dog.
I think pups is a way better meme, right? But I sold a lot of mine recently. The founder, he sold at like $2, and that shit went to like $150, right? So he doesn't really have like a financial reason to run it up, right? He wants it to be like a community thing. but you know, it's like you gotta have supply to give to Dexes and Sexes, whatever, you know.
So also though, like Leo, very much when anyone is criticizing it, it's a community thing, and then when it's positive, he's like, I just wanted this. So, you know, I think that like, give or take, I do think though what this has shown is like it's not just the meme, and it's like tokenomics also play a role in this. And I think like unfortunately Leo's distribution did what it was supposed to do.
Consistency, I think, as well.
And yeah, I think that like there is not ever going to be a perfect formula, but like you have to pay attention to all parts of it.
Well, no, I think consistency is such a great point. Like Leo kept doing it, and you're like, everyone's like, cringy, stop posting. And it's like, nope, dog's number one, dog's the best. Stop. And like it just kept going. You're like, God damn it, right? Other collections, you see the founders trying to respond, and it's wishy-washy. You start going, we could all convince you to do something else. Like the consistency, even if it's like left curve, does result, I think, in a, you know.
But you know, I did keep some of my pups, because pretty much I still have a puppet, right? And I'm pretty sure that puppets are gonna go on like a parabolic run, because from what I've seen, I've been watching them the whole time, and every time that Bitcoin pumps, puppets go with it. I don't know why, but they do. And like, you don't see that in NFTs. When ETH pumps, shit goes down.
I need Mika to tell us that the puppets are done.
You know, she sold the bottom.
She's calling rooms bottom is all I'm
well,
saying.
She called the pups bottom too.
Yeah.
At like $800, I think. So
well, I think the thing for puppets is it's similar to Pepe, not to the coin Pepe, but I think to the actual sort of meme of Pepe, whereas it's sort of transcended, I think, its origin of like just being a PFP, and it's like you just have people that like to meme the puppet face or the puppet silhouette for that. And I that's nothing to do with the art.
When pups do inevitably, I think when they run, right, the holders are gonna have so much bread, they're finna run up pups too. So
we'll say when pups holders get rich, they're wild with the money. Okay, certain collections they get money, they go fantastic. I will put that in my savings account. The pups go spend it. Okay, it's a different type of people, and so they spread it around.
Pups are
so.
like the better. I feel like I'm gonna get hate for this, but like better than my ladies. Like it's like that was like practice. That was testnet. My ladies are testnet. Puppets. Like, you think it could go crazier? Puppets.
Okay, well, those are some bold statements, okay? And with that, okay, well, okay.
Oh, one more thing, if you're going to end it out. Does anybody know the German word for floor?
No.
Pup? It's Boden.
Oh, my God. Are you joking? Really? Okay, there's some real alpha tonight, okay? The German word for floor.
Everything is so funny.
Bowden, everything works here.
We are in a simulation for sure.
Okay, not financial advice by Trent.
Simulation
okay?
confirmed.
Before we wrap up, you guys don't know, every single week we are here. We've been in the space. This is actually our 4th show here. We're trying to make it better every week. This week, a little crazy because we had both Consensus and Lisbon. Next week, we're debuting a couple extra segments. So get here early. We open the doors at 6. Show starts at 7. We'll be doing space, some other stuff, IRLalpha.com, all the relevant links. Before we end, BG, what do we got to look forward to in the BG world?
Nothing really. I'm just excited to obviously.
Oh, nothing, you liar.
No, I'm just having fun. Appreciate obviously you guys letting me be on the panel, and looking forward to being here next week.
Beautiful. That means everyone talk to BG tonight. Get him in a corner. Get the alpha. He won't share it publicly live. That's why we call it IRL Alpha. Stone, what coins to buy right now? Financial advice, please.
Solana on Solana.
Okay, cool. I love that. All right.
Free Trump.
Okay. There we go. Caruso, so glad to have you on for the first time. We're going to talk a lot more about ticketing. We're going to fix this shit right after this here.
I believe it.
When's the actual the festival in Vegas?
November 9th, Las Vegas. We are throwing Bone Shake. Make sure you check out wickedwristbands.com where you can grab your not only ticket, it's a beautiful NFT collection Josh Blaylock made, and there's so much more to it. If you own a Wicked Cranium, you're going to get a buy one, get one deal. Right now, we're currently in the pre-sale with Magic Eden, so you're also going to be entered into the travel sweepstakes with Travel Swap. Love those guys.
Nice.
So, you can win yourself a free hotel and flight to Vegas. So, goddamn, now is the best time, and price is only going up. We're in pre-sale, so
Love that. Beautiful. I was going to say, like, we're not that far from Vegas, but I will take a free flight, free trip anytime, okay? It's free there, okay? Because I'm making money gambling. I'll tell you what. I got a technique.
I believe it. Teach me your ways.
Yeah, got it here. Show me what's going on, what to look forward to next.
Just spaces, and then we'll be dropping our clothes and dropping a bunch of stuff pretty soon. Until then, though, free Ross. We're good.
Okay, free Ross, free Ross. Thank you, everyone. See you next week. Jerry, that's it. You guys can applaud, actually, if you guys want to. Thank you. And actually, you can also just say to applaud, and they will. Thank you, Shava.
Thank you, Shava.
Are we going to go to Vibes? We might go to Vibes eventually. We'll hang out here for a little bit here, too. Vibes it's right over on Nat McKinney. We'll be here for a second. That's all. Thank you, guys. Bye. Play music, Jerry. That's your job.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jerry.
This is great. There we go. He's got it. We did. Truthfully, we're not there yet, so we're so close.
We're close.
We're sitting on the Udio. If we can just say, during a show, it takes 2 minutes to generate an Udio